A car so perfect, it feels like it was crafted by the gods themselves. A car so smooth, so silent, that it doesn't just drive, it glides. In 1907, at a time when cars were unreliable, noisy, and breaking down constantly, one machine changed everything. It was called the Silver Ghost. The birth of Rolls-Royce, a story of obsession and vision. In the late 1800s, the world was changing. Steam engines were giving way to electricity and gasoline, and a new invention, the automobile, was starting to take shape. But these early cars were loud, unreliable, and built without finesse. Henry Royce, born into poverty in 1863, had always been a problem solver. His father died when he was young, forcing him to work as a telegram delivery boy. But Royce wasn't content with small jobs. He taught himself engineering and started an electrical business. However, in 1894, disaster struck. His company went bankrupt. Royce lost almost everything. But instead of giving up, he reinvented himself. He turned his attention to cars, convinced he could build one better than anyone else. With almost no experience, he built his first automobile in 1904, a machine so smooth and quiet that it immediately attracted attention. Enter Charles Rolls. Rolls was the opposite of Royce. He was born into wealth, studied at Cambridge, and was obsessed with speed and automobiles. He imported French cars to England, but when he saw Royce's creation, he knew it was something special. The two men met in 1904, and by the end of their conversation, Rolls agreed to sell every car Royce could build. The deal was simple. Royce would engineer perfection, and Rolls would sell the dream. This was the birth of Rolls-Royce. But building a luxury empire wasn't going to be easy. In fact, the company would face multiple bankruptcies, world wars, and corporate betrayals before becoming the ultimate symbol of success. And it all started with one car, the Silver Ghost machine, so revolutionary that it put Rolls-Royce on the global map: bankruptcy, a near-death experience. For decades, Rolls-Royce became the ultimate symbol of wealth and power. Kings, business moguls, and the world's elite owned them. But behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. In the 1960s, Rolls-Royce tried to create the most advanced jet engine in history, the RB211. It was supposed to change the aviation world forever. But there was just one problem: it was too expensive. The cost spiraled out of control. In 1971, Rolls-Royce was bankrupt. Asked about that for a second. The most prestigious car brand in the world was completely out of money. British government had to step in to save it. The company was split into Rolls-Royce Aviation, which survived and still makes jet engines today, Rolls-Royce Motors, which struggled to stay alive. But the real battle wasn't over yet. In 1998, Rolls-Royce was caught in a corporate war between BMW and Volkswagen. It was chaos. In the end, BMW won the Rolls-Royce name, while Volkswagen got the factories and Bentley. Rolls-Royce, the most prestigious car company in history, was now just a name with no factory. But what happened next was nothing short of a miracle. The EV future, a silent revolution. Under BMW, Rolls-Royce was reborn. The Phantom, Ghost, and Cullinan became symbols of modern luxury, and Rolls-Royce reclaimed its throne. But now, it faces its greatest transformation, yet the shift to electric. For over 100 years, Rolls-Royce has been obsessed with silence and smoothness. Now, with electric technology, they can achieve perfection like never before. Enter the Rolls-Royce Spectre. For over a century, Rolls-Royce has been known for its silence, power, and effortless luxury, a combination that, ironically, makes it perfectly suited for the electric revolution. But Rolls-Royce doesn't just follow trends, it redefines them. And to prove it, they announced their EV, the Spectre.